We're going to talk about something I don't think we've talked about in Survive to Thrive before. So that's exciting. And if you were in our team meeting yesterday, you were part of, you heard me present a short presentation on a book I'm reading, Innovation Stacks. Raise your hand if you're in here and you were in the team meeting yesterday. So almost everyone. Now, part of what we talked about is problems create innovation. When you have a problem, you need to find a solution. And typically when you find a solution, and this is true entrepreneurship, when you find a solution, it creates another problem, which leads to another solution, which leads to another problem, which leads to another solution. And the end result is you have this innovation stack, how companies are born. Looking in the rear view mirror. I was reading this morning the same book, and it was talking about Southwest Airlines and how Southwest Airlines came to be who they are today. And prior to Southwest Airlines, for 40 years, nobody was making a profit in the airline business. Delta, United, Continental, all those other companies, nobody was making a profit. It was really interesting to see how Southwest came into existence and how they became the company they are today. Not the conversation, major bunny trail. Let me get back on track. One of the solutions that we talked about in the innovation stacks at Keller Williams Realty, and going back last year to when we launched this new economic model, which was a solution to a problem, created another problem, which was we decreased company dollar and we decreased profit to the organization. Solution, the agents, that's you, would get so excited about the additional money that they were making that they would become an army of people, a sales force for Keller Williams Coral Springs to the real estate community. And all of the agents, that's you, would go out into the community and they would have conversations with other real estate agents. Let me tell you about Keller Williams Coral Springs. Oh my gosh, I love it there. Here's why I love it there. And you should also check this company out. That was a solution. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Right? Now, what's in it for you? That leads to a conversation on profit share. Now, wealth. Wealth is a state of mind. There's all different types of wealth. First of all, I'm wealthy when I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I'm here. Wealthy. I'm wealthy when I look into the eyes of my children and I see these beautiful, healthy children. Wealthy. I'm wealthy when I go for a walk down the block and I have two legs to walk on. Wealthy. My buddy, Jeff, came up to me at Perry's Celebration for Life and wrapped his arms around me and hugged me and told me how grateful he was for me. And we both talked about how grateful we were for Perry, and Jeff and I have been friends for 40 years, almost as long as I was friends with Perry. Jeff has one leg. The other leg was amputated to save his life when he was a kid because he had bone cancer. And this man just lives his life in gratitude. That's wealth. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now there's financial wealth too. And to me, financial wealth is you have enough money or you earn enough in passive income so that you don't have to work. That's wealth. You work because you choose to work, but you don't have to work. And one of the questions you've heard me ask is, what is your freedom number? In other words, how much money would you need to earn monthly in passive income so that you would not have to work if you didn't want to work? That's wealth. Profit share is one of your opportunities to do this. And we don't talk about this enough. I don't know why, but we're going to today. First of all, let's talk about how profit share works. The idea behind profit share is Keller Williams, like every other business in the world, is in business to make a profit. You guys okay with that? Right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say, just for the sake of the conversation, that profit for the month is $50,000. Cool? Now, we're going to share anywhere from 42 to 48% of that number back to the agents. It's a sliding scale, and you got to have an MBA to completely even understand this. But it's 42% on the first $1,000. And then it's 44% on the next 10,000, and on and on and on until you get up to 48%. But just for the sake of math, because it's easy, let's assume and pretend for a moment that it was only 40%. Remember, it's not, it's more. So if it's 40% and the office makes $50,000, profit share that month would be $20,000. You guys okay with me so far?
Yep.
Now that $20,000 goes into a pool, a profit share pool, and it gets shared with agents who help grow the market center. Got it? Now, how do you help grow the market center? Laura is friends with, this is true story, I'm not making one up. That's cool. Laura is friends with Jennifer, not Jessica. And Laura joins the office as a result of Jennifer introducing Laura to the company. Laura, is that correct? Now, when Laura joins the company, I'm going to use Jennifer, please forgive me for abbreviating your name, Jennifer, as my example. Laura joins in Jennifer's first level. You guys with me? Now, Laura gets into production. In other words, she's selling houses. And she sells a house that's equal to 5% of our total production that month. Now, it could be 1%, it could be 1.5%, it could be 0.5%, it could be 7%, it could be a lot of different numbers. And we have this computer system called Winmore that figures all of this out so that nobody has to sit there with a spreadsheet and do all of this math, because that would be impossible. Now, Laura sells a home that's equal to 5% of the total sales for the market center that month. So we take 5% of $50,000, which is the profit, which is $2,500. Are you guys tracking? Please say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now we take 40% of that. Remember, it's 42 to 48, but we're just going to use 40% for this conversation, which is $1,000. Yes? So $1,000 of this $20,000 profit share pool is directly because of Laura's production, which is because Jennifer made an introduction to Keller Williams. So $1,000 of this $20,000 profit share pool is from Laura. And since Laura is in level 1 for Jennifer, level 1 pays 50%. Jennifer receives a profit share check that month for $500. Does that make sense? You guys okay? Okay, now let's go over here. So that's 1 month, yes or yes, right? Let's say that happened every single month until Laura capped and comes out of contribution, and therefore no longer is contributing money to that profit share pool because Laura's getting 100%. Now Jennifer's not making profit share any longer from Laura's production because Laura's out of production. On Laura's anniversary date, she goes back into production, starts generating profit share again, and Jennifer starts getting profit share checks again. Okay, you guys with me? guys with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Jennifer introduces another agent to the company. And let's say that she introduces one more agent to the company, and we'll just call this person Mike. Why I said Mike, maybe because he's in my line of sight. Now she's got first 3 people on level 1. Guys, please pay really close attention. This may be one of the most important conversations we're ever going to have, okay? She has 3 people in level 1. Are you guys tracking? Mm-hmm. That's it, 3. You got it? Mm-hmm. Now, each of them, when they're in production and they're selling homes, they're contributing to profit. The computer system is figuring out what percentage of their total production is they had in relation to the total production. Therefore, how much money of that profit share pool is going back to Jennifer at level 1? They're all paying at the 50% level. With me? Mm-hmm. Now, Jennifer brought 3 people to Keller Williams. Did she recruit them? Please say no. Because I'm going to talk to you about the difference between profit share and revenue share. We're going to get real. Did she recruit them? Say no. No. Is she responsible for training them? No. Say no. No. If they have a question, are they calling Jen? Or are they calling me or one of our productivity coaches or Justin? The company is supporting them, not Jennifer. And revenue share, this person's job, their number 1 job is to recruit people to their team and to train those people. If you were an Amway distributor, it's the same thing. Your number 1 job is not selling household goods to people. It's recruiting people to your team and then teaching people how to do what? Recruit people to their team.
That's where they make the money.
Their number 1 job is not selling real estate. Their number 1 job is recruiting people to their team and then teaching them how to recruit people to their team. So if they're providing training, it's not on selling real estate, it's on how to recruit people to their team who are going to teach people how to recruit people to their team. Are you guys tracking?
Yes.
Now, each of these people also attract 3 more people to the company. Now, Jennifer has 9 people in level 2. Level 2 pays 10%. And each of those 9 attract 3 more people, which means now Jennifer has 27 people in level 3. You guys with me? Each of them bring in 3 more people, which means she has 81 in level 4. Did I do the math wrong? Go ahead.
No, I can't see, so I have to, so it's 3.
So if I have 27 people bringing in 3, 20 times 3 is 60, 7 times 3 is 21, 60 plus 21 is 81.
You're right.
So I've got 81 people. I've only done this a few thousand times. I've got 81 people in level 4. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to this. I have 81 people, level 4 pays 5%. I have 27 people at level 3 that pays 5%. It goes all the way up to level 7. And if I had enough paper, I had enough room, I had enough time. By the time we get down to level 7, we have a couple hundred people at level 7. Not in the total downline, just in level 7. And now I have a couple hundred people that I'm earning 12.5%. See, Keller Williams understood the magic of how this works. And the way to earn profit share at a high level is to build that downline 7 levels deep. That's where the money starts coming in. Are you guys following me? All right. Now, when I first started, I looked at this as a distraction to my real estate business. So my attitude was, I don't have time for that. I'm selling real estate. I didn't have one person in my downline until 2015. I had been with the company for 13 years by that time.
Wow.
Big mistake on me, by the way. Big mistake on me. All right. Now, today, I have about 250 people in this downline. And level one, about 10. So for those of you who are going, yeah, John, you're a team leader, you recruit agents. Of course you have 250 people. 10 people named me as their sponsor. In 7 years as a team leader, 10 have named me as their sponsor. Those 240 people, they came from other people. They're in 16 states. How did that happen? I have no idea. My first profit share check was $1.56. Exciting, right? Hashtag sarcasm. My average profit share check today is between $3,000 and $4,000 a month, which means I'll make $36,000 to $48,000 in 2022 just from profit share. That's just one source of passive income. I have five sources of passive income that pay me over $100,000 a year, which means I don't have to work, which by my own definition of wealthy would mean I'm wealthy. Big deal. Who cares? That's not the point. Now, here's the other gift that Keller Williams gives you. Once you've been with our company for 7 years, you're vested, which means you're locked in for life, which means, Hervé, 20 years from now, you could be retired somewhere out in the Caribbean, floating around on your yacht, drinking a pina colada, and that money is still landing in your account every single month. Now, one of my big whys is I want to get that $1.56, which is now about $36,000 to $48,000 a year. I want to get it to $20,000 a month. Why? Anybody think they know the answer to that?
Because that's it passes down to your children.
It's Colin and Lacey's money.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Because Colin and Lacey, when I'm gone, will be sharing $20,000 a month from Keller Williams Realty International for the rest of their life.
So and can't they?
Yes.
Can't they continue here?
No, it stops. It drops two levels. So it first go to Monica. You know, when I'm pitching this, I usually add, you know, my profit share goes to my wife when I'm gone because I'm pretty much sure she's going to outlive me. She's planning it that way.
How do you say that to us on a plan for
Script,
yeah.
By the way, if you sat in a
absolutely.
recruiting appointment with me, you're like, wow, John, that's exactly what you said. I know it's a script. Hello. She's planning it that way.
Yeah.
Right? When she makes dinner, I look at it, I'm like, is this the night? You kill me, right?
Oh my God.
And I always look at her and wink my eye. I'm like, you know, I'm only bringing home $3,000 a month. If you're going to kill me, you might want to wait a little while until it's $20,000, and then you can knock me off if you want to. Diane.
I have a question. When you bring someone here, can you have more than 10? Or
More than 10 what?
On the first level.
on the first level?
You could have 200. You could have 2,000.
Okay.
And
that's
it could
what I
be
understand.
anywhere in the world where there's a Keller Williams office.
Right. I have two, so I'm excited.
Elsa Rosenberg, who is an agent in our office, her and her husband, Eric, helped launch the market center in Belgium.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
I have friends in Belgium.
Just do the math.
So everybody that joins in that, ooh.
Yes.
All right, now, you're getting it. You're getting it. Okay, let's talk one more time. Introducing these agents to a team leader who's having a conversation with them about joining Keller Williams. They choose to join Keller Williams and they name you as the reason they're joining the company. Those agents have conversations with other agents who are joining the company because they had a conversation with a team leader because they were introduced by these agents to the company that are in your second level. Those agents have agents who are joining the company and on and on and on, 7 levels down, as wide as it can possibly go. The only reason I put 3 on the paper is because it fits. It could be 300 and you didn't recruit 1. Your number 1 job, your only job is selling real estate. It's not recruiting. It's not building a downline. It's selling real estate. That is a big, big, big difference between Keller Williams Realty and EXP. We're going to teach you how to sell real estate. They're going to teach you how to recruit people to your downline. Here's the whole idea, and here's the biggest gap in that model. If you talk to anybody at EXP, they're going to tell you, we're going to teach you how to recruit people to your downline so you don't have to sell real estate. Well, if everybody is recruiting people to their downline so they don't have to sell real estate, who's selling real estate?
Exactly.
Who's making the money for the
And how
profit
does it
share?
make?
Nobody is.
Money, you don't make money unless your downline makes money, right?
That's why their average production in South Florida is 1.5 units per agent. Write it down. Hold on one second. Let me hit the record button.